it's not a relaxation car, it's a small boy toy racer, and it used to have the same 0 to 100 time of a Polo GT TSI. It's a good car. I mean, come on, let's not be lying to each other. You know, we guys always keep talking about how we want fun and fast cars that are relatively affordable and easy to maintain, but unfortunately when the manufacturer actually comes and gives us one of those cars, none of us end up buying that. Hello and welcome to Beachao, and today with me I have one such car which was launched in 2018 and was discontinued in 2020 because of dismal sales. The car I'm talking to you about today is the Tata Tiago JTP. This car was launched in 2018 and right off the bat this car made a lot of sense to a performance enthusiast. Where this car was cheap, it was only launched at a price of 6.4 lakh rupees, which is unheard of for the kind of performance this car gave, with a 1.2 litre engine taken out from a Nexon, giving 114 horsepower, 150 Newton meters of torque. This car was actually really good value for money. खुद ही सोचो यार उस प्राइस में क्या आता है. Under 6.5 lakh rupees, Tata was giving you a car that had a sub 10 second 0 to 100 time, which is comparable to cars like the Polo GT TSI, the Hyundai i20 N-Line, for lakhs and lakhs cheaper. That was the beauty of this car. Today I want to show you what your 6.5 lakh rupees would have got you if you bought the JTP and how this car drove overall. And let's see if Tata went wrong somewhere, or was it us who never actually gave the attention. Now first things first, the JTP was not just a bigger engine with more horsepower plonked into a Tiago. There was actually a lot of things that were done to this car to make it a much more fun, more like a warm hatch-like kind of a feel. To start off with, everything from the front grille was redesigned, the front bumper as well as the rear bumper was designed. The honeycomb grille over here was also designed. There are a lot of JTP badges littered on the front, on the sides and everywhere around the car as well. These air dams are also bigger for better airflow to the engine, and over here if you see, this is actually a functioning vent which has been kept over here to dissipate the heat generated by that turbocharged engine. Because the engine bay in this car, I guess, is smaller, it probably doesn't have that kind of a cooling as in Nexon, or maybe it's tweaked in such a way where you need any more cooling. So, but the good part is this is a functioning vent and it is not just there for show. Apart from that, on the sides, if you notice a little bit carefully, this car is squatted down because the suspensions on this car were also different and they were lowered by 4 mm. Not just that, the tires were also fatter. This car drives on 185 section tires compared to the skinnier tires in the normal Tiago. And apart from that, there were more mechanical changes which I'll tell you about when we go for a drive. The JTP also got these side skirts and, as I mentioned before, a redesigned rear bumper. And over here you'll also find is a twin tip exhaust. There were more JTP badges here and there, and if I take you inside, you'll see more changes as well. Now this steering wheel, which was leather wrapped, came from factory and it had this stitching which was matching with the vent surrounds for the air conditioning. More than that, now the seats in this car have been upgraded by the owner. These are seat covers, but if you look underneath, you will see that the same red stitching pattern is also there on the seats as well. Then if you look over here, the pedals in this car were also drilled pedals, and the floor mats that you got with this car were also JTP branded. While you were actually paying approximately about 1 to 1.3 lakh rupees extra for the JTP, you were actually getting quite a lot in terms of customization or even in terms of its mechanical differentiation with the normal car. As I said, when we go to drive, this car has even more. And also one nifty little quirk over here is that the JTP also had the JTP logo inside the meters, the instrumentation cluster as well. So I mean, there was a lot of differentiation between this as well as the normal Tiago, and to show you more about that, I'm going to take this car quickly for a drive. This car came with the 1.2 litre 3-cylinder engine from the Nexon, which produced about 114 horsepower and 150 Newton meters of torque. And you can hear that 3-cylinder rumble when you start the engine. Apologize for a few noises that are coming right now because probably the car is trying to connect with the owner's Bluetooth. The owner has also done a great job in keeping this car stock and keeping this car super clean. Probably one of the cleanest Tiago JTPs that are currently out there for sure. I'm starting driving this car first on normal mode, the normal comfort mode, there is also a sport button, and it actually makes quite a lot of difference because torque is actually limited to 150 Newton meters when it's in comfort mode, and when you put it in sport mode, that's when you get the full 150 Newton meters of torque. First impressions, steering is a lot more heavier compared to the normal car. They have changed the dynamics of the steering in this car. So they've also changed gear ratios in this car as well. The gear ratios feel a lot shorter, which kind of helps acceleration of this car as well. They feel nice and satisfying. I mean, I have definitely driven cars with a lot worse, like for example the Fiat cars, you know, the gear shifts feel so rubbery and so all over the place. This actually feels nice. It feels short shifting, it feels relatively accurate. It doesn't skip, or you know, you don't have to find where you have to slot in the gear. The one thing I definitely note is that the suspensions on this car are a lot stiffer compared to the stock car. As I mentioned before, they have been dropped by 4 millimeters in height, which reduces the ground clearance of this car to give it more stability, along with that fatter section tire, which gives it better grip as well. And you can actually feel it. You can actually feel that this car is a lot more lively to drive. Like in terms of its engine, I don't find this engine producing a lot of power low down in the rev range. Most of the power is somewhere in the middle and in the top. We'll explore that a little more in detail when we put the car in sport mode. But what I can initially make out from driving this car, for whatever little bit I have, is that it's the kind of engine and the overall dynamics of the car is something which it wants to keep you at that boiling pot. It doesn't want you to drive slowly. It doesn't want you to, you know, it's not a relaxation car. It's a small boy toy racer which wants to go fast. It wants you to push it. It wants, see, I mean, it encourages you in each and every corner to push the car a little more, a little faster, a little more revier. That's what it wants you to do. All right, now what we'll do is, now this is pretty normal right now when it comes to its performance. I don't see any major talking point over here, let's say, but that's because we are currently driving on comfort. Now when I put this to sport, let me go halfway through the throttle, 2,500 RPM. Yeah, there's an instant difference in how your throttle response is. There is, because now, oh yeah, the car is suddenly picked up. The car has suddenly become, it's significantly noticeable, because you are now actually punching 150 Newton meters of your torque instead of the 115 Newton meters. And yep, you can feel it when you're driving around. You can so feel it. The car has become so much more lively. It's become so much more responsive to your throttle input. The limiter is a little abrupt, like the way it cuts. It just cuts down very sharply. And as you can see, the suspensions are stiff. They are quite stiff, especially for someone who owns a Tiago. I can clearly make out the difference. This is like somebody's taken the normal suspensions and put sport suspensions. They're not uncomfortable by any measure, okay? They're not like they're going to be back-breakingly uncomfortable, but in general you'll hear a lot more rattles from inside the car, because you know, the plastics are now getting mashed a little more harder compared to the stock car. In terms of acceleration, this car is now become fun. Like imagine, man, this was a car which was for 6.5 lakh rupees ex-showroom, and it used to have the same 0 to 100 time of a Polo GT TSI or a Hyundai i20N, which are cars which are close to around 8-9 lakh rupees. So this car was like significantly lower in its price. Well, unfortunately, I guess the people, our users, didn't buy it, because Tata actually did a good thing where they took one of their best-selling cars, which is the Tiago, and they made a kind of warm hatch-ish version of it. So on paper, this car should have worked really well, but it didn't, because in 2 years, just 2 years, Tata discontinued this car, and they said like, bro, we're done with it. We don't want to deal with a non-selling car. This is so much fun. Actually, like, the suspensions are great for handling. The steering has so much more feedback compared to your normal Tiago. The normal Tiago steering feels completely weightless. It just, you know, like you can literally move it around with a finger. This is also a light steering wheel, but it has a lot more feedback. It's got a lot more heft in the way it's moving around. And when you're putting it through corners, the Tiago just understeers like crazy. This doesn't. The JTP does not understeer as easy. Obviously, if you start pushing it way above its limit, it is going to start understeering as well. But it holds the front for quite a bit longer than the stock Tiago. Man, this is a good fun car. The traveling radius is also not that bad. Now I'm on second gear. I'm doing about 1000 RPM, basically just coasting around. Full throttle, full foot on the throttle. Nothing. Yeah, 2500 RPM is where you start getting the power. And man, this car feels, the steering feels so lively. The suspensions actually complement that kind of a driving style. It's a good car. I mean, come on, let's not be lying to each other. This is actually a fun car. I don't think you should or you could expect anything more at this price point. For sure. This is a great fun car to drive. I mean, this has happened to us before also. It's not the first time. When the Brio came out, the Brio also had a similar fate. That was also a really fun car. Naturally aspirated, but actually a fun car to drive. It was peppy, it was very lightweight, it was a very short wheelbase car, which was easy to park, easy to drive in the city, and easy to just go like that through traffic. This is unfortunately one of those cars which was very well thought of in terms of how it would perform on paper, where, you know, it will be a small car, easy to park, easy to drive, still fun, punchy, with a 1.2 liter turbocharged engine giving 114 horsepower, but unfortunately things didn't work. So I think the problem definitely is not with the product. Of course, Tata's legendary unreliability and their terrible service centers, that is a different world, that is apart. But still, you see, people still buy Tiagos, people still buy Nexon. So it's not like they're not buying these cars, they're not buying the Tiago for those reasons. The cars still sell. This car didn't sell because it was not in the price point probably which the people were expecting a Tiago to be, and probably because most of the Tata users are, or the buyers who are preferring Tata cars are a lot more comfort and, you know, convenience and all that based, because for the amount of things you're getting, the bigger engine, the more horsepower, the upgraded suspensions, the fatter tires, the short shift gearbox, the more weighted steering, there is a lot which is on offer over here for 1.5 lakh rupees. And the customization, like, you know, the tidbits which make this a JTP from the regular Tiagos, there was actually quite a lot on offer for that kind of money, that kind of price difference. But unfortunately, that's how the cookie crumbles. I think this car's failure is what we have brought on ourselves, and Tata did their very best to give us something fun, something playful, and something we could, you know, remember for a long time, which we do now. But unfortunately now we can't do anything because the car has been discontinued. It's always been that way, ना कि मतलब like लोगों को, I feel, किसी चीज़ की importance ना वो चीज़ जाने के बाद आती है, and this is a classic case of that. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, ciao.